It's Friday night. You and your friends are hanging out at home, having a party, when you see through the window a knife-wielding maniac. What do? Simple answer: let's split up. Let's Split Up, an outrageously active horror game by Starlux Games. For ages 12 and up, plays 4 to 12 players in a half hour or a little bit longer. Now, Starlux Games is known for their just different takes on active kids games that we used to do, like tag, kick the can, whatnot. This one is a version of hide and go seek. One person is the killer. It's going to have a list of objectives and try to do those while they're hunting down their victims, also known as the Suburbos. Alright, so let's open this sucker up and see what we got. Let's open this sucker up. What do we got? We got our instruction manual. We're going to have our Suburbo cards, which are just different objectives that the victim players are going to need to complete to get points. We're going to have several different killer cards here. Now these are going to be different types of killers. Like the first one on there is the killing machine, and they're going to have different objectives that the killer is going to have to do to get points. And also in here, of course, it wouldn't be a Starlux Games without something that lights up. And this is our knife here. Our glow-in-the-dark knife, alright? Just anything to make it a little bit more fun, right? The gameplay is pretty simple, alright? You are going to have a killer, which is going to take one of 4 different killer cards here with different objectives, you know, from your red vengeance to your glow beast, right? And they're going to have a list of different objectives that are going to have different point values, whether it be knocking on 5 doors and saying, "I'm here," to, it's another random one, make eye contact with a Suburbo through a window and point at them menacingly, which will get you 2 points, alright? So you got a big list of objectives, different point values, alright? Everyone else, who's going to be the victims, or the Suburbos, are going to take a couple cards here, and they're going to have their own objectives, alright? Whether it be record a public service announcement about not trusting strangers, that'll get you a point, or write a note explaining why you deserve to live, and leave it in clear view, right? That'll get you another point, right? They have values of like 1 to 3 points. And so, once the killer has thwacked with the glow blade here, every single one of the Suburbos, they're all dead. You're going to count up the points. How many did the killer get? How many did the victims get? Whoever's got the most, that side is going to win. Now, while the rules of the game are pretty simple, it's a lot more about the theme of the game, alright? And there are some rules along that. Like, at the beginning of the game, killer's going to ring the doorbell, and then you're going to decide how you want to start. So you're going to try to hit one of your objectives of the killer to start the game, whether it's making physical contact, being seen, or sending a message, a menacing message to the group of Suburbos. And once that happens, then they're going to shout, "Let's split up," and then they're going to go and they can start. That's when they can look at their cards and start hitting their objectives, alright? And they're going to try to get those. And you're going to have different spots in the house, because you've been playing all around your house. I'd say keep the doors open. Hopefully, if you have at least 2 entrances. In my house, I got 3 entrances to the house, so that made it nice so we can go out. We could run around the house, in and out. We got the backyard as well. Added a lot more to it. I didn't have a huge house, but being able to have those 3 entrances in the back and front yard really added to it. But in that house, you're going to have a notepad, so people can go and they can write their notes. You're going to make sure that you exchange everyone's phone numbers so that you can text each other, message each other, record scared messages like in a closet if you're hiding in there. Just things like that, right? It's about the theme, right? Yeah, we have your objectives. Yeah, you want to win the game. You always try to win, but it's a lot more about putting on a good show and really getting into character if you're the killer, or really just hamming it up if you're one of the victims. And that is actually the best part of this game. Now, when I played this game, I played it with some kids and some it was a very mixed age group. Played with about 8 of us, and we actually did it at a Halloween party where not everyone was playing. There's a lot of people at the house, but that just really added an extra pretty cool element where some people were playing and some people weren't, so they were watching this happen. They were kind of watching our performances as we chased each other around, trying to get each other, or we're trying to hide, trying to add messages, act scared, begging for help from people who weren't playing, that kind of stuff. I thought it was a lot of fun. It definitely added a different kind of horror movie vibe. You've seen in horror movies where people are begging for help, they're getting chased down, but everyone just kind of seems confused and doesn't really help them, don't know what to do. Anyway, I think that added a lot to it, at least for our play of the game. But even without that, I think this game has a lot to offer. It's that theme. It's about having fun, putting on a performance, really going all out. I actually want to try this game in some different locations as well. I think that could add a lot to it. So there is a good amount of replay value, I think. Components are good. There's not a whole lot to them. I say we have our 4 cards here. Our Suburbo cards, they're of good stock. They got the nice shiny sheen to them. They're good quality. They're thick. But I say they're going to be in people's pockets, so they are going to get bent up. They're going to get messed up. But I mean, that's fine. I think actually the more you play and the more ragged this game, the more character it's going to have, and I think that actually will add a little bit to it as well. And our glow blade here, right? Obviously you got the little glow in there. Can't see it too well because the lights are on, but in the dark it shines a bit better. And yes, it's no lightsaber, but so you get it doesn't hurt at all to hit somebody with it, and you get a nice satisfying sound when you do. So it definitely serves its purpose. So it's a nice component. Full disclosure, Starlux did send me a review copy, so thank you guys for that. But I did have a whole lot of fun with it, so I would recommend this game, whether it be at a party or if you've got a sleepover, some party with younger kids. It says 12 and up, but I think it can go even lower, and they'd have a good time with it. So I'm going to hold on to this. I'm looking forward to the next time I am going to be able to get it played. I don't think it's going to be played often, but in those situations where I can play it, it's going to be great. A lot of times when we have like a party and we might want to play a game, we got to sit down, whatnot. We're not going to be able to because it's too loud, too many people. Or I'm not a huge fan of the game Werewolf. I think this is a much better option than Werewolf or Mafia or something like that. So I think you can have a whole lot of fun with this. So tell me what you guys think. If you want to give it a shot, I'd say go for it. Give it a go. Otherwise, hey, bad things might happen to you. Alright, this is Coach Troy. I gotta go take care of some business. But I'll see you guys next time.